Hello, fourth graders, and welcome to Flipped Lesson 9.8, Multiplication of Decimals. And you can see here the lesson objective is I can multiply decimals by whole numbers. Go ahead and pause and get that written into your notebook along with the date for today's lesson, please. So just a little warm up here, math message. Tony has 8 blocks. Each block is 1.2 centimeters high. If she stacks the blocks, what will be the height of the stack? So this is like a little area problem with whole numbers and decimals. Go ahead and give that a try right now. So today you're going to learn to find the product of decimals by multiplying the numbers as if they were whole numbers, and then use estimation to place the decimal point back into the answer. So when we're looking at 11 times 2.8, okay, you would say 2.8 is pretty close to 3, correct? So we would basically be saying 11 times 3 for our estimation, which gives us an answer of 33. So we know right off the bat that our answer is going to be somewhere in and around 33. Okay? So calculators are on sale for $9.29 each. How much will 5 of them cost? Well, right off the bat, we can say that $9.29, if we rounded, would be closest to what? And if you said that $9.29 is closest to 9, then you were correct. So $9 times 5 calculators gives us an answer of about $45. So as we work this problem, we're going to want to keep that in mind, that we're looking for an answer somewhere around $45, and actually probably a little bit more than $45 because this was initially $9.29. So keep that in mind. Okay, so we're going to use a little lattice multiplication. We're not going to worry about the decimal right now. We're going to go 929 times 5. And we start over here on the far right. 9 times 5 is 45. And 2 times 5 is 10. And 9 times 5 again is 45. Okay? And now we add horizontally. We get 5 drops down. 4 plus 0 is 4. 1 plus 5 is 6. And 4 drops down. And what we're left with is, I'm going to write it up here at the top. We're left with 4, 6, 4, 5. Now, we talked earlier and we said that we're going to be looking for an answer somewhere around $45. And so if that's the case, then we're going to need to put our decimal point right here, because our answer is going to be just a little bit more than $45, which comes to $46.45. All right, let's try another one. We'll do this one together again. and then pretty soon I'm going to cut you guys loose and see how you can do on your own. So the first thing we're going to do is estimate the product of 6 times 4 and 8/10. Now 4 and 8/10 is close to being what number? 4 and 8/10. Well, if you said that 4 and 8/10 rounds up to 5, you are correct because that's only 2/10 away from actually being 5. So now we know that 6 times 5 equals 30. So our answer is going to be somewhere around 30, and definitely a double-digit answer that's close to 30. So now we will multiply the two factors, 6 times 48, without a decimal, and we'll try just a traditional way of multiplication here. So we'll go 48 times 5. I did not use the decimal. We're going to add the decimal in at the end based on our estimation, which is right here at 30. So I go start over in the right column and I go 5 times 8 is 40. I put my 0 down and I carry my 4. And then I go 5 times 4 is 20 plus 4 more is 24. And I get an answer of 240. So now I take my answer and I get 240, and I have to put the decimal point in somewhere. And I know that my answer is going to be a double-digit answer and somewhere up around 30. Therefore, the answer has to be 24.0, 24 and 0/10. So there's my answer. Okay? All right, so quiz question number 1. And if you thought I was going to not show it all, you are wrong. Not going to get me getting it wrong 2 times in a row. Okay, so here is quiz question number 1. We're going to round this decimal to the nearest whole number. So we're going to round that to a whole number based on 12 and 6/10. Go ahead and pause your computer and get it done. Okay, right off the bat, quiz question number 2. Let me pull the screen down a little bit so that you can see it for sure. Okay, quiz question number 2. Estimate and solve. We have 4 wholes times 4 and 9/10. Use your estimation first, get an answer, and then multiply. You can use lattice, you can use traditional, you can use partial parts if you'd like. Doing 49 times 4 and get an answer, and then decide where the decimal point should go based on your estimate. That's the key here. Go ahead, pause, and get her done. All right, more practice. Yay, ooh. Let's see if we can try our luck with some larger numbers here. So we have 6 and 6 6/600 with the decimal multiplied by 52. So I am going to estimate that I have 6 and 600 is very close to just being 6, and 52 is very close to just being 50. And I know that 6 times 5 is 30, and then I add this 0 right here on the end. So I'm looking for an answer somewhere around 300, and that's going to help me with my decimal point at the end. Now let's do some lattice multiplication. Start over here. 5 times 6 is 30. And 2 times 6 is 12. 5 times 0 is 0, both places. And 2 times 0 is 0 in both places. 5 times 6 again is 30. And 2 times 6 again is 12. That was kind of fun, some of the same numbers there. Now let's, I'm going to pull my screen down just a little bit more here. Takes a while to come down. And now let's bring her up a tad, sorry. Okay, and now let's add diagonally. Two. This is 1 plus 0 is 1. 3 plus 0 plus 0 plus 2 is 5. 0 plus 0 plus 1 is 1. And 3 comes over. And we're left with 3, 1, 5, 1, 2. Now, where do you think our decimal would go in this problem? If you guessed right here, you are correct, because remember, our estimate was somewhere around 300. See how nice it works when you use estimation? All right, one more example here before some quiz questions, and let's see how much of this you can do on your own this time. So you might want to maybe pause your screen and try this on your own. Okay? So we have 37 times 7 and 1/10. Number model, 37 is about 40 because this 7 here tells us to round up. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, so we round up. 40 times 7 and 1/10 is very close to just being 7. It's only 1/10 away. So 40 times 7 equals, well, 4 times 7 is 28, and then I just slapped the 0 on the end for 280. So I'm looking for a number somewhere around 280. Now, I rounded 37 up to 40, and I rounded, and 7 was 0.1. 7 and 1/10 is pretty close to just 7. But since I rounded 37 up to 40, my answer here is probably going to be a little bit bigger than the answer that I actually get. Okay? And I actually need to make an extra set here, so I'll do my best to make my lines as straight as I can. That's not very good. Better try to fix this line a little bit. Come on, buddy. All right, good enough. Okay, back to my pen here. All right, so let's bring this guy up. All right. Okay, so we have our actual problem of 37 times 71. Again, we are not worrying about the decimal till the end, knowing that our answer is going to be somewhere around this 280, although we think that 280 is a little high. So let's see if we're right. Okay. Okay, start here. 7 times 7 is 49. 1 times 7 is 0, 7. 1 times 3 is 0, 3. Oops. Mr. Polhu made a mistake. I'm going too fast. Sorry, bear with me. I haven't done a flip lesson in a while. All right, trying again. 7 times 3 on the top row is 21, and 1 times 3 is where I put my 0, 3 now. Now I'm going to add diagonally. 7 just drops down, 9 plus 0 plus 3 is 12. I put my 2 down. Remember that we carry a number over here. You want to make it small so you don't think that that's 41, but you also don't want to put that outside the box because it might confuse you with the numbers that are out there already. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 1 more is 6, plus 0 is still 6. And 2 comes over. And I'm left with an answer of 2, 6, 2, 7. Now, remember that our estimate was 280, and we think our answer is going to be a little bit less, but nonetheless, this was a 3-digit number to the hundreds place. So I feel comfortable putting our decimal point here, and we get an answer of 262 and 7/10. Okay, hopefully you're feeling kind of good about this now. Let's try quiz question number 3. What would the number model be? We're looking for the number model here for estimating this problem, 2 8/10 times 58. What would we use for a number model? And, well, this should be quiz question number 4, actually, and I think, let me just go back here for, yep, see, they both say 3, so this is really quiz question number 4. Don't get confused by that 3 you saw. And this question wants you to solve this problem. Probably going to want to make a lattice if that's your best bet. Remember, this is number 4. Go ahead and solve this one. And here is a challenge. Remember that we like everyone to try the challenge. It's not going to necessarily give you any more or less points, but it's a very good thing to try. The question is 13 3/100 multiplied by 23 3/10. When they give it to you in word form, sometimes it's a little more tricky. So think about what you're writing when you write the numbers down, estimate, and solve. I'm excited to hear how many people got this one correct after you watch this lesson in your classes. Goodbye for now, but not forever. Excellent job listening today, and we look forward to seeing you again soon on another flipped lesson. Bye now.